Good morning, everyone, and welcome back again. So I forgot to make an intro to the English version, so it's a little bit later in the day, and I want to show you guys what I eat in a day. I have been a bit sick for the past couple of days. I went to eat a bowl of chicharrón, eggs, chili, and a little bit of beans, and that just got me good. So I want to show you guys what I eat to get back into ketosis and to help me feel better. I'm still not 100% sure like exactly what to do that will help me, but this is what has helped me in the past. I felt like my brain swole up. It was actually pretty bad. I wasn't feeling that well. And so this is what I've been going back to. Like, you know, I know how I feel when I eat something that inflammates my body. So this is the hard part, that you can't really have like something that you want just a little bit, because with my multiple sclerosis, it affects me, and it affects me a lot. So I'm gonna show you what I eat, and I hope this helps somebody out there, give them some ideas as well, or if you have an autoimmune disease, hopefully this will help as well.
So right before I have breakfast, I don't do this all the time, but I check my ketones and I check my glucose. Um, when I was pregnant, I had gestational diabetes, so I had to check my sugars. And so, there's a lot of stuff about checking your blood ketones that they're not accurate or they're not right. I'm just testing it out. I have been doing it for a month or so, and that gives me an idea if I'm in ketosis or if I'm not, and how is my sugar level. And I do know that 100 or less is normal in the mornings before any food, so fasting. And I used to have 158 or higher. So this is to check ketones. And I like to be in 0.5 and above to like 1 point something or so. And I'm in 0.2, so I'm out of ketosis, and my sugar level is 125. So this is what I like to do in the morning. Apple cider vinegar, organic. I don't like it, so I just take a little bit and then I sip it with a straw. And then right after that, before I eat, I like to have a water with lemon or lime and salt. I'm not great at drinking water, but I'm working on it, and it helps move the bowel movement. So it's an awesome thing to do right before you eat breakfast. Now I'm going to get my coffee ready. So it's pretty hard having a camera on one side and then trying to do something with the other. But I do 8 ounces of coffee, and then I use coconut cream. And I usually use, if the coconut cream at room temperature, then I'll just pour it right into this thing I have here. And if it's cold, then I'll put it into a cup, or a mug, and heat it up a little bit. And since it is room temperature and it is thick, you do have to move it around, just so it's not big chunks and it doesn't get stuck. like it is right now. So just move it around if it's room temperature, and then it'll get going. And it takes time to get used to drinking coconut cream. It took me a while, but I'm getting used to it. So I just do half of the can, usually in the morning and half in the night. Depends if I drink 2 coffees or if I'm going to eat something else. I use xylitol for sugar. Now I just need a little bit of xylitol, and that's enough. I can even drink it without sugar. I'm already used to it. So that's what I do a typical morning when I drink coffee. Now I'm going to start doing my breakfast or my first meal of the day. And for these stainless steel pans, I like to use um, the spray so they will not stick. So it's easy to turn. And then just make sure you have the pan heated well enough. And I'm using some mushrooms, and I use a little bit of avocado oil to cook those. So I'm just trying to clean my refrigerator. I need to go buy some more food, but this is just what I had on hand. So 2 eggs and mushroom, and then I'll drink it with my green juice and coffee. So here I'm making my green juice. I'm using fresh strawberries. I like to use frozen strawberries. And then I use spring mix, kale, and chard. That is what I had left over in the refrigerator. So I just mixed it all. Add some water and some lime. And I don't need to add sugar or anything. I'm already used to it. And, it tastes great. If it's your first time doing green juice, you might want to add a little bit more fruit or lime or lemon too. And I just got this blender, which is awesome because I had one of the old blenders, but my son broke it, and I would have to chew all the fiber um, from the vegetables. It was no fun, but this one is awesome. It blends everything really well, and I've been wanting one for a really long time, but they are a little bit expensive. Okay, so my green juice, coffee, and eggs. So my second meal of the day, I'm just making this up, I guess. I'm just grabbing whatever I have in the refrigerator because I'm out of food. So I'm using some bacon, and I'm gonna cook some shrimp. But I use a little bit of the bacon fat that's left over. Um, I pour half of it out, and then I use garlic powder, some seasoning, and salt. And then I cover the shrimps up, let them cook for a while. And now that they're cooked, I add the vegetables. So I'm using mushrooms, bell peppers, and I can't remember the name of the other vegetable, but it's leftover as well. So I'm just trying to use all the vegetables that I have in my refrigerator. And then I just add bacon on top. So for my kids, I would normally make rice for them as well. And this unsweetened iced tea is my favorite since I can't drink soda or anything else. I buy it at a restaurant or wherever they sell it by the gallon. Some lime, and I use xylitol. Now, I do add more sugar to this because I like my tea to be sweeter. Leftover green juice, my unsweetened iced tea, um, bone broth, and shrimp with bacon. And I finish off with some raspberries. Okay, so it's the end of the night or at the end of the day, and I'm checking my ketones, which is zero point 0.4, which is good, getting there. And my sugar is 100.